Mystic, I've had a vision.
What's your vision?
Or it was a nightmare or something. The base got destroyed and a blue armsy attacked. I don't know if there was anything else in my vision because I woke up. I'm scared.
Son
Can you
of a bitch.
can you tell I'm scared? You gotta look up.
I am.
Oh, I tell you what, it's not working for me too.
I'm. Oh, oh, oh.
Oh well. Anywho, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Forest. In today's episode, we're probably going to be trying to finish up this back wall and defending the base. So lock in with us, and we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'll try my hardest not to spoil it. But what are you doing? I mean, this is probably coming out 2 days after it released, so that's not my fault. But we won't spoil it that bad. So, spoiler alert:
I
it
didn't
wasn't
see it.
great.
I feel like I have to go watch it now.
Yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and stop this recording. Go watch it real quick. Okay. Yeah, let's
Come
let's
back
jump
after
right to
you
it.
spend some money on something that isn't sponsoring us.
Yeah. Yeah. Something that's not very good and yeah. Okie dokie. I'm gonna actually quickly turn down my audio again. Because it wasn't bad for that episode, but I think it could have been slightly better. There we go. Microphone, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so anywho. Jurassic World Rebirth. It's probably only going to be like a 5-minute segment, so don't worry, everyone. Unless if I won't shut up. A very real possibility. So anywho.
Real possibility.
Essentially, it is still so loud on my freaking recording. Take that down
I'm
to a
just gonna switch over
7.
to my axe right now.
Okay, there
While
we
we're
go.
chit chatting.
On 7, it's not bad. Okay, so anywho, um, visually, it's honestly not that great as well. But they did a lot of like alluding to it was gonna be like, I'm a nerd, so I've read Jurassic Park and the Lost World novels, which are both really great. Where are they at?
Right here.
Ask them if they've seen the movie and
Have
what
you
they
guys
thought.
seen the new Jurassic Park? Jurassic World, I guess?
No, it's called Jurassic World because it's cool. And they've taken over the world.
Bro's taking a hit. Come here. I wonder if this was part of my vision. Then again, maybe not. Oh well. So anywho, they kept like doing like multiple scene buildups that made me think that it was going straight into the Lost World book, which, for the record, the Lost World book is very different compared to the actual movie we got. The movie, people don't like it. I still think it has its moments. The Lost World with Jeff Goldblum, the second one. I think it wasn't bad. It was definitely too long, but I think it had its moments. But yeah, they just kept alluding to things, and them not wanting to kill off characters really bugged me. Like, Kabi was... Okay, I'll be over in a sec. Kabi kept leaning over and looking at me. Every time a character should have, like, died, it's like, okay, if they weren't, like, a main character, they would have died. And then they just survived, and he looked over at me, and I was like, I know.
No.
I'm like, I would have killed him. I would have killed him off, too. Oh, it's been too long. Here's my HUD. Let me turn on my HUD so I can see if I'm getting damaged. There we go. Oh, I'm doing all right. It's a novelty.
God.
Coming. Oh, and I got my 3 bullets back from my nightmare. Is it just the one guy?
No, it's a whole attack.
Game? Did we freeze? Okay. There we go. Back. Oh, shoot. Is the new gate open? It's closed, right? Oh, my God.
It's a whole attack.
That's huge.
They ain't screwing around right now.
It's got to be Blue Armsy.
Just die. How many hits are you gonna keep taking? Stay down.
Oh, bro hit me and she caused me to be on fire. Good for you.
Get off me.
God, I'm so rusty again. Missing all my shots. Got one. Loser. My game's lagging. Oh, something big is coming, that's why. Okay, I got the ones over here. Did you get them? Or the ones on your side?
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the gate and throw them in onto this lovely body pile.
Okay. Back to...
Oh, right. So, yeah, they just kept like, honest to God, I think, like, I understand they would change the characters and stuff if they were gonna, like, do the Lost World novel instead, because, you know, like, Ian Malcolm is in, like, probably his 70s in the world. So it's like, I understand that, you know. But yeah, and then there's just, the acting wasn't great. Sorry, Jonathan Bailey, if you're, watching this episode. And, Scarlett Johansson. Long-time subscribers. But I don't know. It's just like, it could have been so much better. And they kept talking about how rated R it was. I think we only saw one kill on screen of someone getting, like, ripped to shreds, you know? And it's like, is that it? You know? Because, like, I don't know. It could have been so much scarier and whatnot. And apparently they changed it, like, halfway through. I don't know. I feel like we got a very, like, it changed halfway through its production and got a very different movie than what we actually, or than what was actually promised, you know. But
Fortunate.
yeah, it really is, because I was like, I'll give it this, it was better than the last one. What was it, Jurassic World Extinction?
I don't even think I've seen that one.
It wasn't, I mean, it really wasn't great. The main villain in that one is locusts. Genetically altered locusts. So it's like, are you kidding me? Oh, and there's like, the T-Rex gets one scene in it, which, you know, that's fine, whatever. And then the raptors look like they're about to tear someone in half. And then, oh, gotcha moment. And they're in it for that one scene and then replaced by a flying dinosaur. And there's no other raptors in the movie. And they were talking about the raptors being vicious. Or maybe that was Extinction. I don't know. But either way, it's like, these raptors sucked. I was really looking forward to, like, some before blue raptors where they actually just were bloodthirsty carnivores. Instead of, oh, it's a dog. It's a pit bull. They're like, careful. It's a pit bull. It might attack you. He don't bite. I was like, I think he does. So, yeah, it's just a shame. Very disappointing. And that's the thing that's like, with all of them, they aren't rewatchable, in my opinion. It's like one and done, and I'm never going to watch it again. Whereas the original and the other ones, it's like, I can always go back to rewatch that. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
It's timeless. But yeah. And they essentially made up this new hybrid dinosaur. And it's like, sure. But its design is like, it looks like it was the alien, the predator, and a rancor all combined into one. And I think it's supposed to be like a bit of human in there too. And it's like, I am so done with this whole narrative of like genetically altered things because the public fell out of favor with dinosaurs. It's like, in what world would that make sense? It's like, well, people got tired of watching a T-Rex rip people in half, so we had to change it. And I was like, no. I think people were perfectly fine with that. And then you kind of ruined it. Yeah. You're a bad person.
I think the only new Jurassic Park I've seen is Jurassic World, like the very first one.
Yeah, and that's probably the best of the whole Jurassic World franchise.
And it was okay. I didn't really care for it. I think, again, the whole genetically modified thing bothered me.
Yeah. Because it's just so stupid. And another thing that they keep doing is they're painting InGen, the company that John Hammond founded to build Jurassic Park and stuff. They keep painting it as like this super dark and twisted company who's like always working behind the scenes. I'd say we're probably done with spoilers now. But anywho, they show them like designing this thing and stuff, and it's like they're making it out to be like, oh, InGen, you know, what was on InGen's secret and stuff, you know? But it's like, that wasn't the point of Jurassic Park or the books. You know, it was the idea of technology getting away from us and like putting too much faith into technology to the point where it fails you. It's like what they said, you know, you did it as fast as you could, packaged it, patented it, slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and you're selling it. Because it's like, no, Engine wasn't a bad company. It's like Biosyn was the bad company. You know, that's the guy who hired Dennis Nedry to essentially sabotage the original park. Because if he hadn't sabotaged it, I mean, sure, it probably would have failed eventually. But, like, it was relatively stable. You know, it was only when he started turning off the systems and the fences that, like, everything started to go bad. And it's like, that's sort of where that reliance comes from. So, yeah, it's just always irritating to me. Because it's just a company. It's not, it was led by John Hammond. He's a good guy. I'd put my life in his hands. If I needed to rescue that man, I would. That I'd do it fast. I wouldn't dilly-dally like I normally do. Rest in
Would
peace,
not
Officer
fuck
Keene.
around.
But no, so it's just, same old, same old. And the public being like, oh, they're bored of dinosaurs. No. I refuse to believe it.
I feel like every child goes through a dinosaur phase.
Absolutely. And like,
It's like Disney World. That is
Yeah.
what Jurassic Park should be. Like, sure, the adults might get tired of dinosaurs. I won't.
no, could you imagine watching a
but-
dinosaur rip someone in half? Even if like you're a vegetarian and don't eat meat, because like, you know, like seeing animals in pain or whatever, I guarantee you'd like that show. Guarantee it.
I mean, do you want to?
Oh yeah, let's rip someone in half and eat them. Yeah, no, and I agree with that
but,
because
like,
no one would get
yeah,
tired. It's like zoos.
well,
How are zoos still in business if we've had these animals for centuries? No one's bored.
Because it's the children.
Yeah.
It's adults get bored because we've already been there. But guess who goes back and back again? Families. You're taking children. Same thing with Jurassic Park.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Like, you can't just expect people to keep coming back.
But I don't think so.
just,
I
like-
think adults wouldn't get bored because the thing was they were also always adding in new dinosaurs because they were bringing more back and stuff. So it's like that, and then they also had all the rides. It was a fully functional theme park. Even in the original Jurassic Park, they had. I mean, it wasn't mentioned in the movie, but in the books, there's a river raft, where you would essentially be on a raft and sail through like a sauropod river where all the dinosaurs are drinking and eating and stuff and just living.
That's fair.
So there was that, and I want to say there was an entire water park. I think there was on the screens in the dining room scene. So it's like there were things to do to keep people entertained, even for the adults. You know?
I mean, again, Disney World.
Yeah, literally just a Disney World, but with dinosaurs. And like, I think Jurassic World did do a good job of showing like that kind of thing with like the feeding the mosasaur thing. Because I mean, yeah, we would definitely do that. You know? Oh yeah. That's a good bit. But no, it's just always a disappointment. Let me craft up some stuff. Okay, that's all we're doing. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, and I broke my
Thirsty?
leg. There we go. But no, so, yeah. One and done, pretty much.
Sad.
I don't know. The whole... I think Jurassic World was just such a poisonous thing, and the moment they decided to do genetically altered stuff is, like, honestly the death of the series. And the thing is, the movie theater was not packed on opening night at 7 o'clock. And I think it's because they really shot themselves in the foot with that whole theme. Because no one... look out. No one really wants to watch the movies anymore. Because they're like, oh, it's just going to be the same thing. And the one thing I've noticed from the last couple ones, important characters do not die. You know, it's like, even in Jurassic World, they killed off people in like horrible ways who really didn't deserve it. Like the babysitter getting picked up by the Pteranodons and floated above the mosasaur tank. It's like, was she a bad guy? Because that is like top tier level. That's all for one level death. Right there.
That scene was terrifying.
Yeah, it's
to
like-
me.
And it's like, that's what Jurassic World is about, is like, or not Jurassic World, Jurassic Park is about. Because it's like, yeah, people would get hurt in horrible, gruesome ways that really didn't deserve it. And then there are the bad guys who do get their just Cummins. But yeah. And then they also just had they had a family in there for the movie, and they were really only thrown in the movie for one scene. And then the rest of the time they were sort of just chilling around. They did show off the Microceratops, which I really liked. Mom and Dad thought it was genetically engineered dinosaur, and I'm like, no, that's original to the book. Essentially, it's like a little like chimpanzee-sized triceratops, and they were in the book. They were like running around the tree line of like the park main road and stuff, um, just sort of being cute, you know. Which is a cute little thing, and it is cute in the book or in the movie. Dad was expecting it to rip off the little girl's face because she befriended it, and he's like, she's gonna die in some horrible way, get like her face ripped off. And I'm like, that would be funny, so funny. I would
I mean,
love
that's
that.
what the second movie, the little freaking dinosaurs.
Yeah, the compies.
The compies.
Yeah, no, and I love the
Terrifying.
compies too. Also original to the book. They were little trash people, and like went around the park cleaning up the feces and stuff like that. They ate well, and they didn't know that they were poisonous. So, yeah, an engine.
Reduce,
was just-
reuse,
yeah.
recycle.
What's the point of us cleaning it up if we got them to eat it? That's lovely. That is good flavor. Oh, we should probably
I
put in a
guess-
couple more doors.
I've never actually read the books.
You should. They are better than the movies. I can confidently say
Hey,
that.
Honestly, I need to rewatch the movies too.
Yes. I don't know. Copy asked me, he's like, because I was telling him about like how great the books were, and like how, and you know, I don't have a problem with them using scenes from the book for the movies because that's what they've always done. Because they can't follow it exactly because it's a book versus a movie. But I wish they followed it a little bit better, you know. But then he asked me, he's like, so which one do you actually prefer? Jurassic, like if you read Jurassic Park, you destroyed that wall. He said,
Okay.
if you
Son
like,
of a bitch.
if you read Jurassic Park first and then read the book, would you be upset with what you got? And I was like, no. And then I thought about it and thought about all the cool scenes that it had in it, and I was like, because I was like, no, I think the movie's still better, you know, like seeing it visually and the music and stuff. And then I was like, but the book does have its moments. And then I thought about the moments, and I was like, son of a gun, the book is better. And it's like, yeah, I can confidently say that now. It actually is definitely much better in the book, or than the movie. But you know, the movie is still timeless. You can watch that thing
Like a lot
as
of
many
times,
times as possible.
The books are always better than the movie.
Yeah. Well, the book is more horror focused, I suppose,
That's
versus
what I've heard, is that it's more
the other one. But don't get me wrong, Jurassic Park still kills off a bunch of people because that's important for your story. If you're a thrilling horror story about dinosaurs, you know.
Yeah, I really don't. I can't see how you can have really any good movie without at least killing off some people.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, you know, like even as like a creator, you know, like for the D&D story, it's like I have horrible deaths for so many of the characters and stuff, and it does break my heart to do it. But like at the same time,
There-
that's how
My heart
people
was
care.
in her head.
Yeah, literally. You know, it's like that's what drives the story forward. I mean, it doesn't always have to be a death, you know, but like it's important. And a dinosaur series about, you know, people becoming over reliant on technology, that is very important. And it's something that you can't just ignore. You know, so I don't know.
I
It's
guess-
just not
I guess I need
great.
to retract my statement. You don't have to kill a character off for it to be a good series or
No.
show,
But it,
but like
it
you gotta
definitely helps.
you gotta make up for it in other ways.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, like, people always get confused about a character being a person who's always driving the action or something. A character can really be a place, or like anything. Like a house, for instance, can be a character in its own right. What it symbolizes, and losing that, or like having it be like, or Fortress getting like destroyed or something. You know, it's like, that is essentially killing a character off as well. You know, because you're never going to get interact with them.
I think is
Yeah.
the perfect example of that. No, they make Notre Dame feel like its own character.
It's so badass. Careful, I don't want to change my underwear while we're talking about Notre Dame. I'll go home.
Yeah, they do such a good job in the movie of making Notre Dame its own character. Like whenever whenever he starts laying siege to Notre Dame, like, and they start pouring like the molten iron off, like it looks like Notre Dame is crying, like, and angry and all these other things, and like Notre Dame is its own character in that show.
And I mean, apparently the book is like, I haven't read it yet. I plan on it, but it's essentially like, from what I've heard, it's a love story or like a love poem to Notre Dame and the glory of like Gothic architecture. And I'm like, that's right up my alley. So I'm like, I'm gonna need to read that one of these days. But yeah, it's just so cool. And when you can like actually achieve that and stuff, that's always awesome. When the building itself becomes a true character, and you feel bad about it, you're like, no, don't let this happen. But no, so yeah, just very disappointing. And I mean, they also retconned a lot of things. They added in Site C. So Site A, Isla Nublar, was where Jurassic Park was. You know, it's the showroom where the park actually was. Site B, Isla. Are you trying to hit me with your trees?
One was not intentional. I'm so
You've
sorry.
already hit me with one tree. I looked around and I was
Did
like,
I?
why'd I just take? Yeah, I looked around. I was like, why'd I take damage? And then I see logs leading up my way, and you standing over there, and I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, no, that one was completely by accident.
I think it didn't hit me, but I think it pushed me back a little bit, and I was like, "What the hell?"
It's honestly, it surprised me. I was hit like this, and it went towards you.
The winds are off. Oh
I
God,
just got murder in my heart, I
you
guess.
you do. But yeah. Anywho, so Site B, factory floor, right? And it's like that. That does make sense, you know, because Site B would have been like the testing research.
I'm so sorry.
Chat, I'm scared. 'Cause Site B would have been the testing facility, you know. But then Site C is where they're experimenting, and their whole thing is like they kept these dinosaurs alive because it cost so much to make them. And I'm like, okay, but how much would it cost to keep them alive? You know, like the
I mean,
thousands of pounds of meat that they would need to eat like every day. It's like I know it was expensive to make you, darling, but I'm pulling the plug on you because you're ugly looking and you're not gonna like suit the park. No one's ever gonna look at you. You know, so it's like if they're making engines look so bad, they would have just killed them off. Because also that's what they would do. They wouldn't spend thousands of dollars, millions of dollars really, to keep that facility running. But it's just it goes back to that whole thing of like they're
is
bored.
that the premise of the movie? Is that they're going to Site C?
Yes.
Oh,
And I'm like, would it have been that bad to go to Site B again, Isla Sorna, and said the same thing pretty much? Because I mean, keep in mind, Jurassic World would have obviously had the rights to Isla Sorna, so they would have just started it back up. Why did you need to include a third island that no one's ever mentioned? I make it sound like it's been there since the beginning when it wasn't. Why would John Hammond's like, you know what? I think I want a third island, just to screw around a little bit, have a good time, you know? It's like, no, I don't believe that for a second. That's such a waste of money. Like this movie.
I believe there is a animated series about Jurassic Park.
The one, which one? Camp Cretaceous?
Maybe I haven't actually.
Is it
watched
new or old?
How do you guys keep sneaking up on me?
Oh, are there more at the beach side? Oh shoot! No, they just completely
They
ignored
just
me.
They just keep sneak. Like I break something and they're just like standing there. I'm like, hello.
They're like, what are you doing? They're
It's
here
like,
to listen
why
to our
went
banter.
silent so quickly.
They're like, we also went and watched the new Jurassic World movie.
But no, someone was telling me that they watched it and that it was actually kind of decent.
Yeah,
It's been
Camp
on my to-watch
Cretaceous is
list for
good.
a while now. So then you also confirm that Camp Cretaceous is good. Like from
Mhm.
my understanding, it's a group of kids that get stuck on the island and have to like survive.
Yeah, it's honestly a pretty good story. They get stuck after the events of or during the events of Jurassic World, and I'm like, you know what? Okay, you know, and it's really not a bad story. Has better acting than the movies, I'll say that.
Then I might have to give it a
Oh.
watch.
Yeah, no, definitely would recommend that one.
Are you still alive? No.
Cowman.
Where?
He's coming. He's over here in the middle of the field. I don't think you can see him through the brush.
I can see.
I'm engaging. Oh!
Oh.
He engaged me. Okay, so that means the arms. He's probably around here somewhere. Assuming it's not broken into the base already. Oh! I've fallen!
There.
Oh! I too am out of arrows. I have no flares. Old school. Eat this. Wow, literally taking him down like we're big game hunters. Get him! Get him! Get him!
Get him! Get him! Get him!
We got him. Let's skin him and let's put his head on the wall. What do you think?
Okay.
Okay, come here, darling. Oh.
Do you need feathers?
I think I have some on me. Let me just give me the head. Think. Hi. I have 3. Yes, I could use some feathers. I have 2.
Okay,
I have
moment.
3 arrows. Goes to show just how often they escape from us hitting them. Where should we put this? Should we put it on the wall?
Right here.
Why, thank you.
There you go.
What do you
You
think?
just shove something nice out of that nice wall. Yeah, just
Along the
just
wall
throw
here?
it right on the wall.
Outside? Okay. Wish we could put it
Let
on the
them
door.
see.
Let them see. Honestly, we should start doing that for every mutant we kill. Just throw their head on the wall. They're
Okay.
pretty cool.
Do you have any rocks?
I might.
Try
Oh,
to
that's cute. I have
maybe-
10. Yes.
Come add them to the
There you go.
pit so we can burn them.
Nice. Ugh, we need to clean out this brush. Can't see anything.
Burn, baby, burn. There. Oh, that's a rock, not a body.
No, but honestly, that the new monster looks honestly kind of identical to a cowman. But yeah, I don't know. Just not great. Not great.
Not great. Okay. Well,
Unlike Camp Cretaceous,
Maybe-
which is pretty good.
maybe I will save the money and just not and wait for it to come out.
Yeah, I honestly would. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad Claire and Owen aren't in it. Just because like their characters weren't bad in Jurassic World. But they're kind of like setting it up for failure. Just cuz I don't know. The second that like Blue became a pit bull, it ruined like the aura that raptors have always had. You know? Because
Yeah.
first 3 movies, and then even a little bit in Jurassic World, it was cool. But then, like, being able to tame Blue and stuff, I'm like, oh, come on. We are not an Ark Survival Evolved, buddy. They would rip you to shreds.
I'm sorry. Did you give this one primal meat?
Yeah, literally over there. Took that clone girl's body and just threw it to her. It's like, where she's tamed. Not really. I don't think so. God, now I want to play Ark.
Soon. Very soon, viewers.
No, don't
No.
say that. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's taken us like 4 months to do this. I can only imagine what Sons of the Forest will be. Just because that one's new, you know. We're gonna have it on maximum difficulty, just like this one. I don't think it's really been that bad. Do you? I mean, it's been a little challenging, but I like a good challenge.
I think we shot ourselves in the foot by not prepping the base before doing everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly,
What?
just you. I just saw another tree fall to my right. I turn around to see you chopping the wall behind me, and I'm like, oh my god, someone shoot him or something. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it really wasn't that bad in the beginning. That's why I was like, oh, we don't need to defend this place. We'll be fine. Then that one wall fell.
Look at us.
And now look at this majestic base. Yeah, we definitely need to add a couple more gazebos, I think, to the wall along this side, since there's already one there. Make it look all nice and even. But yeah. Okay, and I think we'll go ahead and call this recording here, so that way it doesn't become a lost episode. So anywho, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this episode of The Forest. If you did, feel free to hit the like and subscribe button, and we will see you all inside of the next one. See ya!
Bye now.